Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, just see this guy's... Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. So now it's second and long. Hauls it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. The short hands. It's Randall. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the marker. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the counter. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Randall. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. 12th play of the opening drive coming up, but now this marathon faces a 3rd and long. Here's the pressure. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical 3rd down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mustangs offense will have its first possession of the game. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proven to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy. Each and every week, this dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
Got it behind the line. It's Harden. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. From the gun, the ground game. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. Got a little space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Clemson jumps to the line. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The play action fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Clemson will come to the line with a first and goal. They'll go to the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with a running game on third down? He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be fourth down. Good, right down the boulevard. The lead is 6 in the first.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Caught in the backfield. It's Harden. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we...
He lobs one high down the left side. Caught at the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He slides that just inside the right upright. The lead is down to a field goal. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Find some fresh air. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Klubnik. Gets open down the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Mustangs.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Washington.
Makes the catch. It's Henry.
We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll run play action. Time to take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Quick strike complete. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Mustangs want to move quickly. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. To throw, it's Jennings. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Harden. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Mustangs send out the punt unit. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. To throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson, great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
How about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Brown. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. The Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner will be knocked down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Jennings. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The kick is on its way. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Trying to power it in. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need one more yard for the touchdown on third. The Sneak scores it. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Michigan is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Tom Brady should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Washington. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
The Mustangs moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country, and you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Bringing the heat. Got rid of it just in time.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fakes the grab on the left. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on fourth down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll close the gap to 14.
Clemson, 27, SMU, 13.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Here he comes with the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese. If Kevin Jennings does that, this offense is virtually unstoppable because of his ability to extend plays and create, his accuracy throwing vertically down the field. SMU has everything they need. Rhett Lashley is going to have a lot of fun calling plays. If this guy takes that next step, watch out. This is a team vying for the college football playoff.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. They're setting up the screen. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, SMU!
Number 25, Brad Anderson.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Thanks to grab. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Backed up now, here's second and long. Gets it out fast. Inside the 40. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Hand off from the shotgun. Inside the 25. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7. Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Send the tight end in motion. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Mustangs will send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a third down. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed into the middle, it's Brown. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Oh, he's got a chance. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner is stopped. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
To the air, it's Jennings. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. The Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They'll try the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Off play action. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Good enough for 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down, he'll throw it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. 1st and goal for the offense.
1st and goal, Tigers.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Touchdown, Clemson! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They'll try to pass their way in. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Right back to the well. Turning it on. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Snagged out of the air. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Trying play action. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The Mustangs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Grabbed behind the line, it's Harden. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Mustangs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
Lining up to add another. And it's perfect. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the phone. They're up by a field goal over Florida State. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be... There he goes! They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Clemson is quick to the line. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. Back to pass, it's Clemson. Pulls it in. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. From the gun. Give on the inside.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Snap from the gun on third down. A strike downfield. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Randall. Spins away from the defense. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Quarterback on the keeper. Made a defender miss. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The AT unit on the field. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
SMU 27.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Fires to the right. It's caught. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The Mustangs have their offense in high gear. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Got it in the middle, it's Harden. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. 1st down here for the offense.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. The give to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Power football with the run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Mustangs back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Caught over the middle. It's Knight. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They want to run this quarterback. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Trying to keep the drive alive. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Off play action on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Haynes. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. Handoff from the gun. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you wrap.
He lost one down the sideline. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Makes the grab. It's Brown. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Klubnik. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Pass interference. Defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Gets away from one, finds room. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Harden. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass, it's Jennings. He's taking the deep shot. Intercepted. Just this, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.